Hey guys, so welcome to another video. If you're new here, I'm Kelly, and today's video, we are talking Sephora Bestsellers. So, the other day, I was scrolling through the bestsellers list, like just browsing the Sephora website. I do that from time to time. I'm not like actively looking to purchase something, but I just want to see. I just want to see what's out there. So I was browsing through the Sephora's bestsellers list and I was like, oh, I've tried that. I've tried that. I've tried that. I've tried that. And I thought, you know what? That would be a fun video to let you guys know the products that I've tried that are on Sephora's bestsellers list and kind of let you know my thoughts about it. I'm sure this video has probably been done before. I can't think off the top of my head of anyone who filmed a video like this or anyone whose video I saw that is like this. This was just an idea that popped into my head, but full disclaimer, this could have been done before, okay? This may not be an original, but I did decide to put a little spin on this. So I have 21 products that are currently on the Sephora's bestsellers list that I've tried. And when I was watching Morgan Turner's eyeshadow palette ranking, I thought it was interesting that instead of doing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and ranking them by numbers, she ranked them by category. So that's what we're gonna do today. I split up all of the products that I tried into a love, like, or leave category. Either I loved it, I just like it, or leave it. It's a pass for me, kind of like a fail, not really something that I'm interested in. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna scroll through the bestsellers list and I'll give you my thoughts on the products that I've tried. Now, just keep in mind, the bestsellers list is constantly changing. So if you're watching this video and one of these items is no longer on there, or I mean, down the line, you might hear me talk about a product that becomes part of the bestsellers list. This is just like a fun little way for me to give you like little reviews, but the bestsellers list does change, so these products may or may not be on there if you're watching this video at a later time. I do want to say real quickly, I know we're almost at the end of January, but I have been doing a whole month of nothing new here on my channel. I was inspired by Mandy Leah to make January my full month of nothing new, so we're just kind of wrapping it up here, but I have a whole playlist if you want to check out some of my other videos. Why don't we go ahead and head over to Sephora. Okay, we are going to start with the Leave It category. I only have 4 products, but there are 4 products that I've tried that are on the bestsellers list that just didn't work for me. One of them is a newer product to my collection that I've actually already decluttered, and it is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Now, I did get the mini. If you've been here for a while, you know that I love minis. So I did get the mini size. It was $15 for 0.33 ounces. Now you can get the full size. The full size is $30 for 1.52 ounces. This primer says Hydro Grip. I have dry skin, so I was expecting like hydration plus gripping to make my foundation last. Now, I will say, this had more of like a gel consistency. It went on, it felt good. I don't know that it gave me any extra hydration, but it did feel good on the skin, and it did give you a gripping feeling, so I felt like my foundation was going to stick to it very well. I only used this product 3 times, and when I used it, I noticed that when I went to put my foundation on using my beauty blender, how I typically do, that the primer was peeling up on my skin and I was getting these little balls, and it's almost like my concealer and my foundation were like setting, and it wasn't a good look for me. So I passed that on to my friend Smegs. I told her I didn't have a good experience with it. She said she was gonna give it a try. I haven't asked her how it's going. I'll ask her this week, and I'll leave a pinned comment letting you know where she would place it in Love It, Like It, or Leave It. For me, that was a Leave It. Now, this next product was like an OG holy grail on YouTube back in the day, and we are talking about the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I feel like everybody was the shade Custard. Everybody was using Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. I wanted to be like everybody. Luckily, I got a mini, and I tried it out a few years ago. This concealer was very thick, and even when I used it a couple years ago, I've always had these fine lines under my eyes, so I would put the concealer on, and because it was so thick, it would settle into those fine lines, and it looked very creasy, and it was creasy before I could even have a chance to set it with powder to make it look flawless. So it didn't work for me. I tried to use it. It worked good as a spot concealer. So that little mini that I had, I kept it for a while. I had custard and I would use it to spot conceal, but it wasn't a product that I ever repurchased. And it's just, it kind of reminds me of like the Tarte Shape Tape, which is, you know, very thick and not my style. So that was a leave it for me. The next product is a skincare product, and it is the Youth to the People Superfood Antioxidant Cleanser. Now, at the time that I picked this cleanser up, my friend Smags was raving about it. She does also have dry, sensitive skin, but I feel like our skin is still, even though we're both dry, she's more sensitive than I am, we still have like different skin textures, I feel. But she tried this cleanser and she really liked it. So I thought, I'm gonna go pick it up. And I went and purchased it at Sephora. This was again a couple years ago, and I don't think it was on the bestsellers list then. I tried it out and I did not like it. So first of all, it didn't foam up. Now, not that your cleanser has to foam, not all cleansers foam up, but it didn't foam up. It kind of just was liquidy on my hands. I used it to cleanse my face, but when I would rinse it off, my skin felt stripped. It felt very dry, it felt very tight, and it just felt very stripped. And because my skin is so dry, I like to reach for more of a nourishing, hydrating cleanser these days. So I ended up giving that one to Smags, and I haven't tried it since. Not a huge fan of that one. Another old OG product that you used to hear mentioned on YouTube back in the day was the Sunday Riley Good Genes All-in-One Lactic Acid Treatment. I think I got a mini to try, like I'm talking like deluxe sample size. I think I got one of those to try either as a point perk or one of those when you go to check out at Sephora and you can like type in a code and get a product, because it was a deluxe sample size and I used it a couple times. Now, again, this is a product that Smags loves and she raves about, or she did back in the day. So she told me, oh, you'll like it, but she warned me, like, don't use it more than once or twice a week because it's going to be very harsh on your skin. But when I did try it, it just, I feel like I remember it like burning my skin. It caused my skin to be very red and inflamed, and it like burned my skin and I didn't like it. So that was another one that I ended up giving to her and I haven't tried since. But again, Smags loves it. I do not. So I mean, this just goes to show you how personal skincare and makeup is, because I mean, wherever I categorize these products, that's just my opinion. Someone else is gonna love it. My best friend Smags loved the Sunday Riley, loved the Superfood Cleanser. I know that my friend Aileen from A Merch Beauty loves the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Those are just the 4 products that were leave-its for me. They didn't work for my dry skin. They didn't work for what I was looking for in my routine, so those were my leave-its. Now we're moving into the like it category, and I have 7 products to share with you, and these are products where I like them, they're good, perhaps I would repurchase them, but they're just not all stars. I just don't love them. They're just okay. So first up is the Too Faced BTS Volumizing Mascara. I don't like saying that name because I know that my niece occasionally watches my videos, so you know what I'm talking about, the BTS mascara. I used to really love this one because it does give me good volume, but the reason why it's in the like it category and not the love it category is because I would get some flaking throughout the day and I would get transfer onto my eyelids by the end of the day. I loved the volume that it gave me. It was great for if I was wearing it to film videos and then I was gonna wash my makeup off after, or if I wasn't wearing makeup for a long period of time. But I'm not someone who likes waterproof mascara because it's very difficult to get off and I feel like I'm tugging on my eyes. And so the BTS mascara in the not waterproof version was just okay. It gave me some nice volume and nice lashes at the time, but longevity wise, didn't do it for me. The next product is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick eyeshadows. Now I remember, I don't know if it was when these first came out, but there was a tiny, like a very tiny little blip in time several years ago on YouTube when people were raving about these Caviar sticks. And so, oh gosh, what was the color that I had? I think I had a couple. I think I had rose gold. I think Smegs had rose gold too. I'm pretty sure I had amethyst, which is considered a soft mauve with a pearl finish. And I feel like I had one more. I really feel like I had 3. I can't remember what the third one was. Anyway, I feel like I had 3 of them. And this was a good product. It's a little Caviar stick, cream eyeshadow, put it on. You didn't have to set it with another eyeshadow, but you could. And it wore nicely. It was very creamy on the skin. I liked the product. I just found that I didn't get as much use out of it and I wasn't reaching for it as much as I thought in my mind that I would reach for them. So they're no longer in my collection. I have since decluttered them and it's not something that I would repurchase, but I did like it. If you're someone who's very into cream eyeshadows or if you like the one and done looks where you just want to do quick and easy and out the door and go, then I feel like the Caviar stick would be a good option for you. It was a good product. That's just not what I look for personally when doing my makeup. Then we have the Fresh Soy Makeup Removing Face Wash. Here's my thing with this. First of all, I really like the Fresh line. I think their skincare is great. I do like the soy face cleanser. It felt good on my skin. It was hydrating. It's similar to the Youth to the People in the sense that it didn't foam up. It was like a gel on your hands and then you could use it to wash your face. The reason why it's not a love for me is because in the name it says soy makeup removing face wash, but it did not remove my makeup. If I did not go in first with some sort of makeup remover, I couldn't just go in with this face wash because it wouldn't remove my makeup. And that's why it's just a like it for me. I had a couple smaller sample sizes of this and I would use this when I was traveling. And when I would travel, if I was flying on airplanes or something, I didn't always want to bring like my cleansing oil because I was afraid that it would get everywhere. So I would want to use a little smaller sample size of a face wash, one where at the end of the day, if I'm wearing a little bit of makeup and I want to wash it off, that would be enough. And I just found that this cleanser didn't do it for me. It was a great morning cleanser. It didn't strip my skin the way that I felt the Youth to the People did. It just didn't remove my makeup. So that's what puts it in the like category for me. Then we have the gloss bombs. Now I have 2 of them in my collection. This is Baby Brute and this is Cake Shake. They were part of the Holidays collection. I did give the other 2 away in my giveaway and I recently purchased these ones are their traditional gloss bombs, which these are what's on the bestsellers list, but I did also purchase the new one. What is it called? Like a lip cream? Is that what it's called? Anyway, I have 2 of these in my collection. I'm glad they're minis. Y'all know I love a mini, okay? But I like them, I don't love them. And the reason being is because I just don't love lip gloss. This is 100% personal preference. I think these lip glosses are amazing. They do have tiny specks of glitter or shimmer, but I find that when I put them on the lips, you can't feel it. It's not like gritty, there's not like an awkward texture. It's pretty long wearing for a gloss, as long wearing as a gloss can be. I just prefer a matte lip. I'm a liquid lipstick kind of girl. I don't know that there will ever be a lip gloss that I say I love. I like them. They're good. If you like lip gloss, you might love these. I just don't reach for lip gloss, especially since we're wearing masks. Like, lip gloss will get on a mask. So that's why it's a like it, not a love it. Now, you guys know I have so much love in my heart for Tatcha. Tatcha is a very expensive skincare brand, but in my opinion, it's a very good skincare brand and I love it. I think their packaging is beautiful. I love the products that they've tried, but the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream Plumping and Hydrating Moisturizer is just a like for me. I like it. It's a good product. When you put it on your skin, it does give you dewy, luminous looking skin, and it's beautiful. The reason why it's a like it and not a love it is because it's not hydrating enough for my dry skin. If I'm going to reach for the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, it has to be like spring or summer when my skin has a little bit more natural hydration, because my skin, y'all, is so dry. It's so dry. I just need a moisturizer that's more thick and hydrating, that really soaks into the skin. So I do prefer the Tatcha Silk Cream over the Dewy Skin Cream. But if you're someone who maybe has more normal, possibly even like normal dry but not super dry skin, and you like a dewy luminous look, then I think that this is a good moisturizer and you may really love it. I know Smags really loved it. It just wasn't enough for the Sahara Desert here. And the last product in the Like It category is by Drunk Elephant, and it is the Virgin Marula Luxury Face Oil. Now let me tell you, I love a face oil. Dry skin, hello? Okay, I love it. But if you caught it was part of my 12 days of makeup where I talked about overhyped or underrated makeup products. I mentioned that I thought the Drunk Elephant was overhyped. And the reason being, guys, it's literally the price tag. The price tag. The price tag. I can't get over the price tag. For 1 ounce, it's $72. When I purchased this to try, I purchased half an ounce and it was $40. Now, this oil feels amazing on my skin. I'm using it at night. It's hydrating. I love it. The reason why it's in the Like It category is the price. I don't love it for $72. I don't even love the mini enough to spend another $40 on it. I feel like my Josie Maran Argan Oil does just as well. I was asking people in the comments of the video that I just mentioned if marula oil was supposed to do something amazing, and I know my friend Kelly from Keep Beauty Real was saying that marula oil has like a ton of antioxidants and it's really good for your skin. And I do really like the Drunk Elephant oil, just not for the price. I can't get over the price, and that's why it's in the Like It category. If the price was lower, maybe it would be a love. For now, it's just a like. Hey guys, Editing Kelly here. It turns out that I left a product out. I do have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in my Like It category. This is a foundation that I find I get medium buildable coverage. It's not too drying on my dry skin, but it's just not a favorite. It can tend to feel a little bit heavy on my skin. While I do really like the coverage, over time, I do find myself wanting to wash this foundation off of my skin toward the end of the day instead of being unbothered by it. So I do like it. I have repurchased it, but it's just not one of my favorites. Now we are going into the love category, and I have 10 products to share with you. These are products that I've been using and loving. Some I have repurchased, some I will repurchase, but these are the standout products for me that when I was scrolling through my Sephora bestsellers, I was like, yup, 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 yup. Again, keep in mind, if your skin type is different, if your makeup preferences are different, these might not be loves for you, but they are loves for me. Okay, so I do have to say with this first one, I did cheat a little bit because it's 2 products, but I don't feel like you need both because they kind of do the same thing. And they're my tried and true eyebrow products. I have been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and this one's the Brow Wiz and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer for years and years and years. I use the shade Caramel. It's the perfect match for my hair color. I was gonna say skin tone. No, I'm trying to match my hair. But these are 2 products. They're both on the Sephora Bestsellers list. I feel like they're both in the 20-something dollar range, maybe 21, 22, 23, around there. I know that some people think that ABH is overhyped because I feel like people have said that with the NYX eyebrow products you can dupe them, but I have tried other eyebrow products and I just can't find as good of a match as these 2 here. So I'm putting this as 1 because I have very sparse naked brows. like I look like I have no eyebrows. I have to draw them in every day. So if you are someone that has like more of a fluffier brow, I feel like you really would only need one of these. You wouldn't necessarily need two, but I go in with the Brow Wiz to kind of like line and get like my eyebrows kind of where I want them to be on my face. And then I take the definer to create volume and make them darker. And then I clean them up with concealer and go in with the Wiz again to like make everything nice and sharp. So I cannot even tell you how many of these I've gone through, but yes, I can see why they are on the bestsellers list. Then there was a foundation. Now I'm going to look up the price of this foundation because I can't remember off the top of my head. I have it in my hand here. This foundation is $64. And I am talking about the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Now it was sitting like just in the drawer. I like my foundations to stand up, so you can see where it's breaking up right here. So I've used almost half of it and I've had it for almost a year. I would love to use this up and then purchase another foundation. So it's $64. Do I think that you need to run out and spend $64 on this product? No, because I didn't. I purchased this in April during the Sephora VIB sale last year because I was just starting to get into makeup again. This was one I had been wanting to try because Desi Perkins had raved about it for years and years. I feel like maybe Kathleen Lights even raved about this product. So I knew that it was something I wanted to try. I was getting back into makeup. My other foundations had gone bad, so I went ahead and purchased this, and this was the only foundation I had for a few months. Now, if you caught my makeup inventory, that number has since grown, but I do really love this foundation. It does give me a tiny bit of like luminosity, enough to make my dry skin not look dull, but I don't feel like I don't think that you would look at it and say, oh my gosh, your skin is glowing. I don't think that it's that luminous. I think that it just gives me luminosity in the sense where my skin doesn't look dull. It doesn't cling to dry patches. This color match, I'm in 4.5, is a great color match for me, and I do really like it. When I use this up, I say this all the time, when I use this up, there are other foundations that I want to try, but I could see myself repurchasing this one. And then speaking of foundations, there is another one on there that we'll talk about, and it is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream. I know that this is called a CC cream, a color correcting cream, but y'all, if you've tried this before, you know it's a foundation. Okay, I know that IT Cosmetics now has a foundation and I've been trying it out, but the CC cream is on the bestsellers list and this is my third tube of it. I love to take this traveling because it has SPF of 50. So when my husband and I could travel and when we would go to Europe, this would be the foundation that I would bring. I get the shade Light. I liked it because it was more of like medium buildable coverage. So it gave great coverage. It felt comfortable on the skin and I was getting my SPF with SPF of 50. Now this, I've gone through 2 tubes of it. Like I said, this is my third, and I was lucky enough to where one of my girlfriends got PR of their new foundation and she asked me if I wanted to try it. So she not only sent me that, but she sent me another one of these to have in my collection. So I am so, so grateful to her for that. I don't want to say who because I don't know if she wants me like throwing all of that out there, but that was so thoughtful of her to throw another one of these in here because it is a bestseller and I do really like it and I did want it in my collection. And again, this will be great. I live in Texas, y'all. I live in Texas. This will be great in the spring and summer. The next product is one that if you've been watching my Flashback Friday series where I've been revisiting all of my old best of beauties, then you know that I have been rocking with the Laura Mercier translucent powder for years, literally for years. I think I've gone through, this might be my third large size, and then I went through like 2 or 3 smaller sizes as well. I have repurchased this so many times. This is currently in my project pan. You can see I'm like down to the wire here. I just need to get that last little bit, but I like this. It's a good powder. I really only set underneath my eyes and my forehead wrinkles because I have a lot of wrinkles there. So this is a great powder. I've been repurchasing it. I definitely recommend it. I do like that now there are 3 different versions of the translucent powder. This is the traditional lightest shade of translucent, but then they have a medium and a deep. So I think that's really great that they've expanded their shade range. Back in my earlier days of YouTube, when I felt like I needed to wear false eyelashes in every single look, I used to use and love my well, it's not Kat Von D anymore, my KVD Vegan Beauty Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper. Now, oddly enough, I didn't really ever purchase the full size. I kept getting little minis. I got one in a Play by Sephora, then I would get them when they were a point perk. I feel like they were a point perk all the time. Then I would get them like if you could use the code when you would check out at Sephora. Like I never really had to purchase them, but I always had one on hand. And I still think that this is a great liquid eyeliner. If you're someone who likes to do a wing, that tip makes a wing so easy. It's just nice and precise. I could flick it out. It gave me a deep, dark black line, but it also had the longevity. It was long wearing, it didn't smudge, and every time I would put my false eyelashes on, even if I wasn't doing a wing, I would just do like a thin line on the top of my eyelash and then put my glue over it, and I used that thing so much. I went through so many of them. It's not currently in my collection because I don't find myself wearing false lashes ever or doing a liquid eyeliner ever, but I do still recommend it. If you're someone who likes an eyeliner like that, I think that is a good one. This next product, I do have it, but actually the next few products are in my bathroom, but the Tatcha Rice Wash. If you follow me over on Instagram, I'm just KBella Beauty, like I am here on YouTube. I do a Saturday standout products, and I actually just featured my Tatcha Rice Wash. I previously had tried the Tatcha rice powder, and I really liked that because, like I said, I have dry skin, so I feel like exfoliating my skin is important, but I want it to be gentle and not harsh on the skin. So I really liked the rice powder. It would be powder that you would put in your hand. It was activated by water, and then you would rub it on your skin. Well, now they have the Tatcha Rice Wash, which is the same great like rice exfoliating texture, but in a cleansing wash. So I like to use this 2, sometimes 3 times a week, mostly 2. Usually I'd say like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then like one of those days, not all of them. And then one time on the weekend, and I'll do it like in the morning when I'm getting ready for the day. I like it because it has like a gel cleanser and then the little exfoliating beads in it. It's gentle enough to help get rid of some of those dry patches, but it also doesn't like irritate my skin. It doesn't cause redness. It's not harsh. So I do really love that product. I also love the Lineage Lip Sleeping Mask. I have a little tiny size of that. It's currently in my project pan. Again, it's in my bathroom. That was another one that was a Saturday standout product. I do like that I have the mini size because a little bit goes a long way. But that lip sleeping mask, if you get really dry, chapped lips at night, it's great to just put it on at night. Give yourself a nice, generous layer. When I wake up in the morning, I still have some on my lips. Like I'm typically washing it off when I wash my face. So love that stuff. I also have been using the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Makeup Removing Balm. That is quite the name. And that is one, y'all are gonna be surprised. It comes in a mini, but I didn't buy the mini. I bought the full size, okay? I got the full size of this product, and I'm so glad that I did. People often raved about the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, but when I got a chance to try that, I felt like I was tugging on my skin too much. So I would use the Clinique Take the Day Off oil. Well, I kept hearing people say good things about the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm, and I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a go. And I love this stuff. I like that there's a little spatula so I can use that to scoop out the product. When I put it in my hands, it does liquefy. It really does a great job of liquefying. It's gentle on the skin. I don't have to press hard. I find that it's really good at removing my makeup. The one thing that I noticed is it kind of reminds me, the scent reminds me of like Vicks Vapor Rub. like a menthol version. Like if I had this and Vicks next to each other, I might question what I put on my face. It doesn't feel cooling, it doesn't feel tingling. It's not a bad scent. It's not where you would be like, oh my gosh, this smells horrible. It's just something that I noticed. Like I put it on and I was like, oh, just kind of reminds me of Vicks. The next product that was on the bestsellers list is this Urban Decay eyeliner. This is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion. It's waterproof, it's long lasting. I think it's like $21 or something. You do have to sharpen it, which I wish that this was the kind that you could twist up. I feel like I would like that better, but this does have a nice gel consistency. Even though it's a pencil, it doesn't tug. I like to put it in my waterline and I get a nice deep black waterline. It really is long lasting. It doesn't smudge off on my eyes. And so I have repurchased this. I would prefer to have it in a mini. I have had it in minis in the past, like if it was a point perk or something. But at the time when I needed a black eyeliner, it wasn't in a mini. So you can see I purchased the full size. And the last product that I'm going to share with you today is one that you've seen in my empties. I have a full size waiting in my drawer for when I'm ready for a moisturizer again, but it is the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream Moisturizer. That moisturizer is very heavy duty, it's very thick, but the thing I like about it is when I put it on the skin, it doesn't feel greasy and it doesn't feel heavy. It soaks into the skin, but it's very hydrating, it's very nourishing. I use it both morning and night when I'm using it. I think I've gone through 2 or 3 full sizes of that whipped cream, I guess you could call it, and I have one in backup waiting to be opened when I finish my Tatcha Silk Cream. But the thing that I don't like about the packaging is it's like a little squeeze tube. So you go boop, 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 and the product comes up out of the top. You never know when you're about to be out. You never know. So there have been times when I've gone to use it, so maybe I've even gone through 4 or 5 of these. I was using it when I was pregnant, where I would go like this and nothing would come out. And then I'm like, well, how am I supposed to moisturize my face? I have dry skin. I need to moisturize my skin. So that is the one con to the product, but the product inside is great. I really like Drunk Elephant. It has really worked for me, and that is a love it. And that's gonna do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this fun little ranking the bestsellers at Sephora's list. I would love to hear your take on any of these products. Like, would you put them in the same category? Would you put them in a different category? Or if you're window shopping at Sephora while you watch this video, let us know in the comments down below if there are any other bestsellers that you've tried that you would recommend, because we would love to know. Spill the tea. We want to know what's good, what you love, what you just like, and what you want to leave at Sephora. But that's going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would love to have you subscribe, stay a while, be part of the K-Bella fam so that I can see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.